Got it!
Come on, break it up.
Got it!
What was that all about?
Nothing serious. It's been sorted out now.
Oh, Willie, I'll fix it for Daffy to see the nurse.
Good. What's the matter?
Oh, she's got a bit of a problem and all the tension of moving to a new prison's upset her a bit. It's nothing serious. She'll be all right.
You've done a bit of damage to yourself from time to time, Graham. Usually when you're feeling depressed.
Yeah.
How do you feel now?
Oh, I don't know. I've got a headache.
Is it intermittent? Does the pain come and go, or is the headache there all the time?
Oh, no, it's there all the time. It sort of throbs, you know.
Any other symptoms?
Well, I just want to lie down and be on my own.
No other pains?
Oh, my back aches sometimes. But no.
Well, I can't find anything actually wrong with you.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Look, it's probably one of those nervous headaches. New surroundings, new people, that sort of thing. I'll get you some aspirin.
Is that all it is? Nerves?
Difficult to say. There is mention in our records of manic depression.
And that would make her hurt us?
Perhaps. But I'm not qualified to diagnose that.
Hello. Come in. Come on, I won't bite you. And who are you?
I'm Julie. Julie Egbert.
I'm Ruth Ballinger.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I thought you were just...
Another prisoner? I suppose I am, really.
But you're famous. I mean, you've been in the papers and everything.
And you've been talking about me, have you?
The others were, I heard them.
And who are they?
Well, there's Auntie May. She's not really my auntie, but we all call her that, and Willie. They're all right. And Daphne's fun. Sometimes she is. And Nora.
And they're your friends, are they?
Well, there's some others, but I don't know them very well yet.
Why's that?
We haven't been here very long, you see.
You're new like me, are you?
Well, sort of. Except they sent us from Barnhurst a few days ago.
What's a young girl like you doing in prison?
Oh, well, I sort of stole some money. A couple of times. To help me mum. And they caught me.
That's bad luck.
I suppose. Put me away for 5 years.
That's a long time. What are the staff like, Julie?
Well, don't know them properly yet. Seem all right so far.
Thank you for talking to me, Julie. I'm sure we're going to be very good friends.
Governor will see you now, Mrs. Ballinger.
Thank you. I thought you'd forgotten me.
What are you doing here, Egbert? On skip duty, aren't you?
Sorry, Mrs. Barry.
I thought I said you should make your bed.
So you did. But I thought it would be a little bit more sensible in the long run to wait until I'd seen Mrs. Reynolds.
Can I help you?
Yes, the little girl Tracy who's in here. Has she come back yet?
Are you a relative?
No, I'm a friend. Have they taken her to intensive care?
Well,
if they have, I'm sure they wouldn't mind me seeing her. I know it'd cheer her up.
Look, Miss...
Joan.
Joan. It was a very difficult operation, as I expect you know. I'm afraid it was too much for the little girl.
I want you to understand that in spite of the special circumstances, I expect you to obey the rules.
Of course.
I presume you've read the rule book?
No. No, I haven't.
You were given one?
Oh, yes, Mrs. Barry made quite sure of that. But I had to settle in, you see. Look, Mrs. Reynolds, why don't we stop playing games? You know as well as I do I'm not really here on a drug charge. I'm here because the authorities want to get some of my husband's associates, and they're hoping I'll name some names for them.
It's not a subject
I'm not against cooperating, but I was told I'd be made very comfortable here, and I don't think my cell could be described as comfortable by any stretch of the imagination.
There's little I can do about that, I'm afraid.
Oh, but I think there is. That cell of mine is very small. I'm sure you can find me something larger. And I know I shan't be able to sleep in that little cot. I need a new bed. A double one with a bedside
That
table
is
would make an enormous
ridiculous.
difference. And an armchair, a reading lamp, and some extra hanging space for my
Valentin,
clothes.
you don't seem to understand.
A television would begin to make life
This
bearable.
is a
wouldn't it?
prison. I cannot possibly make exceptions like that.
Perhaps you would contact the federal police, speak to Whittaker, tell him what I need, and tell him I'm prepared to pay, of course.
I'm sorry.
It stands to reason, doesn't it? They want me to cooperate with them, so they should start cooperating with me. I feel sure you'll see my point.
I'm also sure the department will refuse your demands.
We'll see now, won't we?
No, Dav, no! No, you mustn't! Give it to me! Just wait, I'll get some help.
Ballinger woman sounds very upmarket, doesn't she?
You can believe Egbert.
You can.
Oh, the kid's probably just trying to big note herself.
Don't you believe anybody?
No? Why should I?
Callie is like that because no one believes her, ever. And for very good reason.
Oh, and you're a real little George Washington, are you? Don't make me laugh.
Keep the sheets moving, Callie, or we'll never get done.
May, it's Daphne. I found her with this. She's hurt herself again. Should I tell the screws?
No, don't do that. Nora, go and have a look at her.
Are you sure she can do it?
Positive. I'll join him in a minute.
No.
What?
I said no. You stay here.
But I know her. She's one of mine.
Not anymore. We're all together now. Look, Collins, if you want to be top dog, that's fine by me, if the women want you.
I never
but
said
while
that-
I am top dog, you'll do as I say like everybody else does, all right?
I know the rules.
You said Nora could handle it. I'll buy that. Now let's get some work done before the screws start asking where half the workforce is.
You're the boss.
What are you doing, Miss Ferguson?
You're supposed to be resting at this time of the day.
Now come along and Sister will help you back to bed.
I don't need any help and I don't need any more rest. I simply want to go home.
That's absolute nonsense.
Look, I'm
Come on,
not staying and you can't make me.
You've just had a very dangerous operation.
Aren't all operations?
What do you mean?
It's just as easy to die in hospital, Doctor, as it is at home. I've seen that proved today.
You're being quite irrational. Now, you're not going to die, but if you don't get some
I'm
rest...
discharging myself, Doctor. You give me the necessary papers. I just want to get out of here.
I've bandaged her arm up. I think she'll be okay. As long as she keeps her cardi sleeve pulled down, none of the screws should see it.
Has she done this sort of thing often?
Oh, sometimes much worse. We'll have to keep an eye on her. Yeah, we don't want her being sent to the nut house, do we? I'll go and see how she's feeling.
Yeah, fine. Thanks for looking after her. How are you feeling? You look a bit pale.
No, I'm good.
Do you ever want to have a talk?
I used to talk once. Now I know it's safer to keep my mouth shut. Sorry, I didn't mean to seem ungrateful.
Oh, it's just the pits. I don't believe it.
It's got to be a joke.
Got an eyeful of this lot.
So, what is it?
You mean Rena didn't ask your permission before she came up with the idea? I told you it was slipping, Desmond.
It's educational classes and activities.
Dressmaking.
Yeah, they want to make sure you're presentable next time you escape.
Some of them look quite interesting.
Oh, general knowledge quizzes with Crookshank and basic cookery with Merv the Purr.